The good life cycle. We all want to live a life that is worth living. If you pause for a minute and ask yourself, am I really living or just existing? Am I just spending my time preparing for tomorrow? Do I feel good or burned out? What fulfillment means to me? Before you answer those questions, let me tell you this story. One day a fisherman was taking a nap in his little boat near the beach. His neighbor approached him and told him, "What are you doing here?" The fisherman replied, "I'm getting some rest." The man said, "Why don't you go to fish?" The fisherman replied, "I just finished today's job." The man said, "Go fish more." He replied, "But why?" "So you can make more money and buy a bigger boat." "Why should I do that?" "You can hire more people to help you." "And then?" "So you can have more money and buy a ship to fish in the deep ocean and maybe catch some tuna." "Why tuna?" "Because it makes more money, so you can have a processing factory." "So you become a millionaire. Then you can rest and do whatever you want." The fisherman smiled and replied, "You came to me asking what I'm doing. I told you I am getting some rest, and I did that because I can do whatever I want. Do you just want me to suffer all that you mentioned to achieve what I'm in right now?" The point of the story is not to stay as you are and stop aiming big. It's that if you can achieve satisfaction and contentment in life at any stage of time, why should you ask for more? And most importantly, why should you listen to others and try to blindly follow what everybody else is doing? Just because everybody goes to school, find a job, live in the city, get married to build a family, raise kids, send them to school to find a job so they can get married and so on. Doesn't that sound boring? Yes, there are things that we must do to complete the life cycle, but who said it has to be in that traditional order? Why can't I do it my way? The way I'm comfortable doing. Even if that way comes with some hardship, at least it's my choice and I'm happy doing it. In both cases, I'm the only one responsible for all successes and failures. Assuming that common way is the ideal and safest way to self-satisfaction, why the majority of whoever following it are not satisfied? As long as life is in the journey, not the destiny, why should I waste my life preparing for tomorrow which will never come, and neglect living today? To make it even simpler, remember this keyword that sums it all. It's called balance. We all have 24 hours in a day, each one spends it in a different way. If you are satisfied with how your days are spent, then good for you. You've just achieved the first milestone of building a well-balanced life. If you are not, then take this little piece of advice. They say time is money, but actually it's beyond that. Time is life itself. Imagine your age as the container of the hourglass. The sand inside is your time. Every particle drops to the bottom of the glass, never comes back. So we must be very careful how we spend it, since we only have 24 hours a day. I want to enjoy living that day, then balance will happen when we blend and harmonize our priorities in a way that they get achieved one at a time, then moving forward prioritizing them. As once said, no one is busy for anything, it's a matter of priorities. I'll ask one last question. How do you envision your retirement? Have you thought of it? The life that you've been designing and working hard to enjoy living it. Whom does it include? Where will it be? What's your day looks like? You can learn about personal development, finding your purpose, happiness and fulfillment, finding your passion and starting up your business, in books, courses and videos. Content is almost everywhere. It's extremely wise to enrich and accumulate your knowledge from whatever is within reach, but the challenge is, where to start, what to look for, what suits my case. For some time ago, yes, content was king. In today's world, content design is the new king. This program offers you all the above from a different angle, one that easy to digest, simple to implement, visual enough to stick in the mind as a reminder, and most of all, it's structured to help you achieve the balance that leads to freedom. This is your chance to redefine how the next chapter of your life story will look like. This pandemic we faced revealed many facts naked. How vulnerable we are. How manipulative news is. The comfort zone is a big myth. Fear comes in new forms we've never experienced before. We've lost trust in many systems, including health, education, economic and communities. What are we doing about that? Are we going to sit and just watch? Instead of just making a living, enjoy a living. Let's discover how to make that possible together.